We wish you a scary Christmas. We wish you a scary Christmas. We wish you a scary Christmas and a crappy New Year.
Oh, come on.
How's it going, babes?
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna be the birthday boy tomorrow.
That's right.
Yes.
And I hope you don't mind that I'm thinking to end the episode tomorrow. I'm going to read from Luke 2, but it's not going to be a lesson.
Okay.
It's not going to be a lesson like it was last year because that one was a little bit weird because you kept asking me weird questions.
I ask you good questions though.
They're weird. They're good, but they're kind of a little bit out there sometimes.
Okay, I know that when we do Bible studies, it's more of a Jaylo thing because, I don't lean towards the whole Christian ideals. But minus the making out, have you ever had a Bible study with somebody like me before? Who asks interesting questions and makes you think?
No, not like that. Not like that at all. This is it's a Bible study that I can honestly say, is none other like, it's like none other Bible study I've ever experienced because number one, you're actually the first person I've really took the time and effort to give Bible studies to, by myself. And usually when I go to Bible study, somebody else is giving it.
Oh.
Yeah. Or I'm participating in it.
Minus the death and destruction, it feels a little bit too wholesome to me.
Well, I mean, I understand that you didn't grow up, but, I understand that you didn't grow up in church, so of course you wouldn't quite understand it.
I went to church a few times as a kid, but nothing really that serious.
Yeah, but I mean, a few times is not enough. If you actually have not been there consistently throughout your life, and there were times where there were gaps in between, but for the most part, I was there as much as I could be.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was a little taken aback when I was told as a teenager that I was baptized as a baby.
Yeah.
Especially since my family was not Catholic.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I don't know how.
What church was that?
I don't know. I think it's some weird church that my aunt went to.
It might have been Catholic. A Catholic church.
No, I don't think so.
Well, Catholics have, in the history of Catholicism, they have been known for, baptismal regeneration, which is basically, baptizing babies, which I have a very a big issue with that, but I don't really want to go down.
But that church is still from everybody, so it was probably a church that hates Catholics but likes the idea of baptism.
No, it was historically as far as I know, it was historically Catholicism.
No, but I'm saying when I was baptized, it was probably some church that preaches against Catholics, but they're willing to still certain things to try to seem cool and with it.
Did you actually ask your family what kind of a church it was?
No, I forgot how it came up in conversation. I was talking to a relative, and we were talking about religion, and they said, you were baptized as a baby. I was just like, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not like it's going to cover you for the rest of your life. Sorry. Spoiler alert.
So it was all for nothing.
It was all for nothing, unfortunately.
And I hope they didn't hold my head underwater for a couple minutes.
Well, what they do in the Catholic Church is they sprinkle water on the baby's head. They don't hold the baby underwater. It's dangerous.
The baby starts screaming and they're like, "Not yet. We're not letting this."
No, they do that. They do that to They do that to kids and adults, but they make sure that they don't hold you under longer than you should be. Like you're not under there for 2 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can survive. If not, at least they get to hang out with Jesus.
No. They don't do that. They don't hold you underwater longer than you should be.
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
So,
how did we get into the subject?
We were talking about, I did my Merry Christmas song. My Scary Christmas and a crappy
Right. What's the question?
Okay, so babies die sometimes.
Yes.
And we're all sad over that.
Yeah.
But when a baby goes to heaven, do they get to hang out with Jesus, or is there a nursery for them, or how does that whole thing work?
I have no idea. I can't answer that question. Yes, they will be with Jesus, but what they do up there, I have no idea.
Interesting.
Don't ask me. I have no idea what really happens there at this moment with babies. I don't know. Like I said, Bubs, I think it's so different from this world that I can't even imagine of any kind of earthly anything up there. Really?
Yeah, I mean, when I had my out-of-body experience, it was so bizarre that it's still even hard to put into words.
Yeah, but you were under the influence, so how would you even know that it was bizarre or not?
It was bizarre for me.
Okay, it was bizarre for you then.
And people say, well, you're under the influence, so that doesn't count.
It really doesn't.
No, it does, and I'll tell you why. If somebody's going through surgery and they're given drugs and it causes an out-of-body experience, does it mean that it doesn't count? Now, we could say that it's a brain playing a trick on you.
I can't really say, though. I mean, it could be the brain, it could be physiological or psychological, but I really don't know, because when I've had very little surgeries, but when I have had surgery, I don't remember anything. I was just out and I woke up and in recovery. So I couldn't tell you.
I will tell you this. I don't know if I went to heaven or another plane of existence, but I feel like I did. And I saw things that I can't explain there. And it was good. I don't want to put it in like, oh, I went to hell and you don't want to go there. It was a really trippy but good experience.
But you would agree with me that when someone is quick to say that they've been to heaven or hell and back, you and I are both very skeptical about it.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that for sure I was, but I'm saying my brain made it seem like I was. And I keep an open mind to, I may have been in some version of heaven, or it could have just been my mind was playing a trick on me.
Right. I think, and this is just Shirley Jaywol's opinion.
Oh, go ahead.
I think that a lot of times it may just be the brain. Because I think that, yes, there have been descriptions of heaven in scriptures, but the only way that a person would really experience it if they actually went there and didn't come back.
Yeah. And this is also why I believe in a God, but I don't believe that there's one path to worship. Just because we don't have to go down this path, but you already know how I feel about that. And I feel like I'm relatively good with God.
Much
like I don't
studying.
have to. Yeah, but I don't feel like I have to post on social media about God loves you all or.
Yeah, but wait a minute. I'm trying to understand something. You are an agnostic.
Yes.
So you wonder if there is a God, but you're not sure.
Yeah.
So, how would you know that you're good with God if you don't know that there is one?
I said I don't know, but I have a feeling that I am.
And minus your out-of-body experience, do you feel like you're good with God because you do good things for people, or because you're nice to people, or because...
No, here's why.
You do good works?
I do a lot of good works, but... No, but here's why I feel like I'm good with God. Is because I have the belief that whatever I was created to do on this planet, I'm doing. Because I think that if there is an all-intelligent God who places us here to do things, he knows they know the environment that we need to be in to accomplish these things. So I believe that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Even if it doesn't always feel like it from my perspective. If there is a God.
Okay, here, let me go deeper with this.
Go ahead.
Do you believe, and because I know that you have questions about God, do you believe that you are doing it to serve God, or are you doing what you're doing to serve yourself?
I don't think it matters. I think I'm doing what I'm here to do. And if God wanted me to serve God, then I would have a come to Jesus moment. For lack of a better term.
Actually, he does. Whether or not you understand it, that's the whole purpose.
But I would also like to say here that, again, this is a belief. So, and I'm not married to my views on this. I could be convinced that there's no God very easily. And I could be convinced with more work that there's a God who wants you to worship one particular religion. I lean towards the idea that there is a God and my life has a purpose. Now, I also am up in the air on whether or not there's an afterlife. So,
but you are open to finding out.
I'm open to finding out, and if I die, I'm going to find out if there's an afterlife or not, right?
Oh, yeah.
But
wouldn't you want to know now before you die?
Why? Aren't I going to find it out when I pass away?
It's better to find out now than later.
Why?
I'm going to tell you that right now.
In your opinion?
is it really my opinion?
You're the one who's saying it. And I'm saying, hey, this is my opinion that I'm doing God's work.
It isn't just my opinion. I mean, if I believe what the Bible really says, it's not just my opinion. It's stated in there several times.
Right, but that's assuming that the Bible actually is the Word of God. And I know
and I believe it is.
It claims to be that, but that doesn't make it the case.
Well, if you read a scripture that says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, then there has to be something to be said about it.
Yeah, and the thing that could be said about it is the person who wrote it was lying to try to get more readership.
Well, first of all, God wrote the book, and...
Says you. Stop.
You're mocking.
No, stop. Oh, you touched my...
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to.
Oh, give me a kiki there. Oh, what? Give me a kiki there.
That was extra tickle.
Oh, give me a kiki there.
Okay.
All right, bend down. No, will you touch my...
Oh, no. No. No.
Not right now. Give me a kiss. No, give me a kiss.
You almost went to fighting woods, bub.
Oh, no, but I'm just saying, babes. I'm not convinced that the Bible is right or wrong. I lean in the direction that it was created by men and that there's a lot of flaws with it. And that Christianity, while it has done good things in the world, it's also, that doesn't make it true. And there's a lot of negative stuff that's come out of Christianity.
Or there's negative stuff come out of Christianity because of the many people that have been against Christianity for centuries and centuries. So, I mean, and also, there is a reason why there is so much hatred for Christianity, and it has nothing to necessarily do with the religion, but it has everything to do with people not recognizing the deity of Jesus Christ.
But
I'm just explaining to you what I know.
Yeah, so what you believe. So I'm saying I believe I had an out-of-body experience, and I'm telling you what my belief on God is. But I wouldn't say that I know that any of this is true, right? And even though I've had an out-of-body experience, and I believe I visited another plane of existence, I really lean into the direction that there's no afterlife. And I know that's wrap your head around that.
I can't wrap my head around it. But I before we leave this topic, I was going to talk about this professor I had who I won't name.
Go ahead.
And I was taking a class called Philosophy of the Modern Mind, and it was a religious class. But the thing that really got to me was this, because he had some crazy beliefs too. And I don't remember if he was a theology professor or what professor he was. But he was open to discussing, having a really open discussion about religious beliefs. And he was a professing Christian, and he said that, and this is coming from a Christian, okay?
Go ahead.
So this is what was really confusing to me. He said that if he died, he didn't care where he went, but the problem I had with that was the whole idea of becoming a Christian is to serve God here on this earth, so that when you do die, you will serve him and you will be with him and serve him in heaven. And I never got to ask him why. And but he was also explaining that there were other theology professors that had some strange ideas too in my university. So I mean, there's some strange things that come from even professing Christian. So I just think it's kind of interesting.
And my feeling, and this comes back to, being educated by hippies, being a big Carl Sagan fan, all that stuff. I mean, I was like this before I found Carl Sagan, but you know what I mean. The idea of just keep an open mind. Just, why is it wrong to say, hey, I don't know, I have beliefs, but my beliefs aren't necessarily true, but I keep an open mind. That's how
Was Carl Sagan an atheist, or was
Carl Sagan was like me, he was an agnostic.
Okay.
I believe that's what I gather from reading many of his books. I didn't have a chance to talk with him about it, but from what I've read, and I've read a fair amount of his work, I get the sense that he was an agnostic.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's a question for you, babes.
Okay, can we get off this topic soon?
We will soon, but I have two questions for you.
All right.
If you found out tomorrow that the idea of God that you believe in, meaning Jesus Christ being the Lord and Savior, that type of thing is not true. And you don't know for sure whether there is a God or there isn't, but you know that the Christian idea of God isn't true. And you know that definitively. You find this out tomorrow. How would that change the way you approach life?
I honestly I don't know. I think I would be devastated. But, what I believe is true. Oh. And so all I can tell you is that no one can shake me from what I believe. Yeah. And that's actually my Christmas present to you, babes. I have definitive proof that Jesus isn't real. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, stop. Stop. Give me a kiss. Now you're mocking. No, you need a kiss. No. Yes, you do. That's not going to. No, because you're worked up and you need a kiss to calm down. No. Yes. So come on, give me a kiss. No. Yeah, because you need one. And I'm doing this as a favor to you. A favor to me? Yeah, so really? Give me a kiss. 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 Wow, you really are trying to get my attention, aren't you? Don't you feel better? Now that you had that kiss? A little bit, yeah. Dr. Rick is in the house, babes. Charming you are. Thank you, Jaylo. Right, you're not always, but... Oh, no, I'm very intelligent. You may be very intelligent, but that doesn't necessarily equal being right all the time. But no, but come on. I can admit you're intelligent. Thank you, babes. I'm not going to take it away from you. You're just not always correct. Not always, but enough. Not always correct. Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. I may have asked you this before, and then we'll move off of the God stuff. Okay. Because I want to talk about other stuff. I believe the language that the Bible was written in was Aramaic. No, I believe the Old Testament was written in Hebrew. Okay. I believe, and then the New Testament was written in Greek, I think. But let me get back to you on that. Okay, it shows how much I know. Okay. My question was, though, if you really want to know the Word of God, why haven't you spent a good portion of your life learning, I guess, Hebrew and Greek? Because I don't believe I need to learn it, and I'll tell you why. Go ahead. When the Bible was written in English, it was written in such a way that in English, a person who spoke English would know how to read. And because I only read English, I don't really feel the need to read another language, just to be good with God. Pretty much everybody I know who speaks multiple languages says that when you translate a book or something for a movie, you always lose a little something. And also, too, I have an issue with that because there were people that I've known that depend on something called the Strong's Concordance. The Strong's Concordance was written by, what's his name? It's going to drive me nuts. His last name was Strong. And there's some issues I have because it claims to use the original Greek and original Hebrew, I think it is. But I don't even know if that actually is coming from the original manuscripts. And because I only speak English, I don't feel like I need to know any other languages. But there was never a thought in your mind, maybe I should try to learn some Hebrew to get a better understanding of the Word of God. No, I never thought about that, just because I don't speak Hebrew or Greek. And okay. I do have a friend who is a Christian, but she learned Hebrew because she wanted to learn Hebrew, and she's learning it. I don't know if she's learning it still, but she has learned a little bit about the Hebrew alphabet, which is kind of interesting. It is interesting. I tried to learn Hebrew. So I don't know if you know this, but in Psalms 119, there are sections in that psalm, and it's like the longest psalm of all the psalms. There are sections that are identified by the letters in the Greek, or I'm sorry, the letters in the Hebrew alphabet, like Aleph and Het and Gimel. Oh yeah, I knew that. You knew that? Because I tried to learn Hebrew. Yeah. I'm kind of interested in learning what those words mean. I think Het is supposed to mean, or was it het or hoof? It was supposed to mean like, was it a gift or something? One of them means that. I forgot.
It's been so long since I've studied this stuff. It just seems to me that if you believe that something is the original word of God, you might want to try to learn it. But, that's Rick's logic.
That's Rick's logic.
Yes. Or you can take the American version of it there, Jaylo.
Wait.
The
I can take the King's the King's English version of it, which I actually like much better. And it's only because it's my preferred language.
Yes. Well, good, babe.
And I honestly think that because I have an English version of it, and the reason why, because I have an English version of it, people have taken supposed the concordance that I told you about, and completely misinterpret it.
Oh.
And I feel like because I can read it in English, I think the words should speak for themselves, but that's just my opinion.
To me, that seems very simplistic, but that's Rick's opinion, and not necessarily the one held by my widow Jaylo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move off of religion and talk about something more fun, like the state of emergency that we are now in.
That is not fun, but we are not panicking. Because we have a plan as to how we want to execute this.
And we have a backup plan for a backup plan.
Yes.
Basically what happened, last night there was a notice on your door saying that, hey, weather conditions, be cool. These are some things that you might want to consider.
And that we are taking steps to prepare or whatever.
And I had heard something on the news that maybe there'd be snow on my birthday because tomorrow I'm going to be birthday boy.
Birthday boy.
But it looks like I'm going to be emergency birthday boy.
Oh. But
which is what we're going to title this episode.
Oh my goodness.
But
emergency birthday boy before the party?
Something like that. I just like emergency birthday boy.
Yeah, but I thought tomorrow was going to be Jaylo and the Birthday Boy.
It will. We're still going to do Jaylo and the Birthday Boy Part 3. It's the sequel that everybody wants.
Oh my goodness.
But this is
everybody? Who's everybody?
You do. I do. Your mom told me that she really wants another Jaylo and the Birthday Boy.
I don't believe she even knows about this.
Yep, she loves Jaylo and the Birthday Boy.
Oh my goodness.
This is what I've been told.
Okay.
But in any event, we'll get there soon. Tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay.
For now, we got the notice on the door. I heard the thing about maybe there might be some snow this weekend. And this morning, you woke up coughing. So I got up. You go back to sleep.
Yeah.
I start just, browsing YouTube. And I saw there was upload for our news broadcast this morning.
Yeah.
From, I think it was KGW.
And you looked on where?
Well, I this is on YouTube.
I see.
But it was the KGW recap of this morning's news.
Okay.
Watching and they're like, the governor declared a state of emergency. People are gathering supplies. And it looks like the city might be shut down for the next week. I start freaking out. I didn't wake you up. I just listened to music and, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You get up and I'm like, babes, we got to talk now. And you're like, hold on. Yeah, babe, I'm going to get you hot chocolate.
Well, yeah, because I just was like, what?
Yeah.
Now?
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, let me make some hot cocoa, okay? I need to kind of process this because I just found out about this.
Meanwhile, I'm in full panic mode.
I try not to panic when these things happen because you kind of have to, think about a plan and a backup plan for the backup.
But that's why I like to talk about it right away.
Yeah.
But we already know this about me.
Yeah.
We have the cocoa, sit down on the couch, and I say, okay, I'm going to put in an order on Instacart, which I usually don't like using.
And I'm a big fan of it.
But I had a feeling that there might be some issues with Walmart, with everybody trying to rush the stores.
Right, yeah.
And I also said, I specifically think that we should order from Costco because they order in bulk and lets people shop there because of certain, things.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah.
So I go on and I saw that the times for delivery were between like 11 and 2 this afternoon.
Yeah.
What happened then is I realized that I needed to change my address to yours since we're going to get the stuff here.
Yes.
Change it. look at my order. We go through everything and how we're going to utilize these things. And then I go back to order and it says delivery time is between 11 and 2 on December 26th in 2 days.
And I'm like, what?
My belief is that because I changed the address to yours, it messed with the times.
It might be possible. Or maybe they changed it in general. I don't know.
We then had a discussion about your food and decided not to order from them. And we think we can make it work to get through this pandemic.
Well, this is not a pandemic. This is just an emergency.
I'm used to saying pandemic.
This is a weather. This is a weather emergency.
That was a slip of the tongue. I'm dyslexic, and I've been used to saying pandemic a lot over the last year and a half.
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that. We gotta move forward. But anyway, this is so this is kind of like what we had to figure out last February, which was crazy.
Yeah, my only concern, babes, is if we lose power here, we can just go back to my place, and I have a bunch of like stuff we can make. And we'd be, for real, if they're saying that this might be, we have a state emergency until January 3rd, we're good without ordering food. We're good. My only concern is if power goes off at both of our places.
Yeah, so we had to think about the best case scenario. And you were talking about heating shelters, and I've never been to one.
I haven't either, because that's not really a thing that people do here in Portland.
I hope we don't have to do that.
But we are opening them up, so. We meaning the state, not me. But
and I heard about I remember that you talked about cooling shelters in the summer. Mm-hmm. And I've never been to one either.
Well, they're becoming a thing now because of climate change, so.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
I really don't want to talk about that.
All right, we don't have to.
No.
But it's clearly causing us. Anyways.
No, it isn't.
So now?
It's an environmentalish, wacky idea.
Oh, yeah, and you can tell by how many weird weather events we've been having.
And we've had it worse off in the 30s and even earlier, so.
Were you alive in the 30s?
No, but there is information out there that the, Weather Service is not even reporting.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, there is, Bubs.
All right, babes.
There's a wealth of information that you know nothing about. Anyway, let's move on, please. So anyway, we've got a backup. We got a backup plan.
Yes.
And a backup plan for the backup plan.
Yes. So if we survive, I think we'll be okay.
I think we will.
I hope we do.
I think we will.
Oh, I don't know. Life is getting.
This isn't like the Twilight Zone where the Earth is going towards the sun. Remember that one?
That was a great episode.
That was crazy. And the water and the people were in the episode was saying you can only use an hour. You can only use an hour of water.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever listen to the Duncan Trussell Family Hour?
No.
It's a really good podcast. I like it a lot.
No, I don't. I haven't.
We actually talked about it a little bit earlier in relation to vaccinations. And I do think it's cool that Trump is going in hard with the vaccination talk.
He isn't going in hard. He's just saying he took it, and I think the left is trying to over-exaggerate that he's forcing people to take it.
He did an interview with your buddy Candace Owens the other day where he went
over-exaggerating, just like the left does, over-exaggerating and over-twisting the narrative.
Both sides twist the narrative. Stop!
Okay, enough politics.
Enough politics. So I was listening. I actually think Duncan this might have been one of the times when he was on Joe Rogan, because he used to do Joe Rogan's show a lot.
Okay.
Back when it was like really, really good.
Yeah.
And I like him because Duncan will come up with all these weird theories.
Yeah.
But he's not really attached to any of them.
Yeah.
So a theory that he presented, I don't know if it was his or just something that he read in a book and talked about, was it might be possible that as each individual moves closer to death, apocalypses form in their life. So let me give you an example. Let's say I die in like a month.
Mm-hmm.
And, we've been having obviously a pandemic, weird weather situations, upheaval in government, all that stuff. And this is leading up to my death and leaving the universe.
Yeah, you went down that rabbit hole.
Right. So you might live for another 50 years. And the reality I'm experiencing with you, you're doing this stuff, but the real Alana Jaylo is, things are all good in the hood. And the last couple years in your life will be chaotic. But the real you has never experienced the pandemic, has never had any freaky weather events, anything like that. It's an interesting theory. I don't necessarily believe it.
That's what he came up with?
That's what he came up with. That was Duncan's idea that I think he talked about on Joe Rogan.
Well, I'm glad he's not married to it.
No.
But it is very much out there.
I used to love Babes, listening to conversations he would have with Joe Rogan and downloading 3 or 4 of them at a time and just staying up late at night and, listening to how they would interact with each other.
Oh.
In my opinion, he's the best, or was in the day, the best regular guest on Joe Rogan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And his podcast, the Duncan Trussell Family Hour, is really good too.
Why does he talk? Does he talk about his family on the show a lot?
He mentions his family, but it's not nonstop. He does a lot of talk about Buddhism, mindfulness, meditation, but also just about life in general. I'm trying to think. He's had debates with Abby Martin.
I'm not sure who that is.
Abby Martin is awesome. I'm a big Abby.
Another lefty, probably.
Well, she's a lefty who sued Google.
Oh, well, I'm glad somebody's suing Google. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that she would, though.
And she's done stories against Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden.
Huh.
So,
okay.
Both me and my sisters are big Abby Martin fans.
A lefty is criticizing other lefties. That's pretty good, actually. I don't know. I mean, I probably would agree with her on those two things, but
I like it when they fight with each other.
Kind of fun to watch.
That's
actually.
What you say. You're like, I like it when they fight.
Not like that. Not like that.
I like your lefty as long as you're fighting on your lefty.
I do not sound like that, Bubs.
Okay, maybe you don't. Maybe I exaggerated a little bit.
That sounds like a weird thing.
Okay,
that.
But anyways, check out the Duncan Trussell Family Hour. It's one of my favorite podcasts.
Okay,
and that's saying something.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, I think we kind of went off track here. Well, I guess since we're on the whole conspiracy theories about apocalypses or whatever, I remember talking to this older lady years ago, and that she listens to she may have said George Norrie or something, and it was talking she was talking about 7 suns or whatever, which I had no idea what that is.
Okay, but
some people are really they just inundate themselves with weird conspiracy theories nobody would think about.
A lot of
people think about.
I mean,
or maybe
people get on Trump fans. I do too. But because he says stuff like fake news, but people miss the bigger point is that our media has always lied to us. They're always lying to us. So of course people are going to go down these weird rabbit holes because nobody who the gatekeepers tell us to listen to is consistent about telling us the truth. Now, it doesn't mean that they don't make true statements, but they hide it between so much fiction that it's hard to disseminate when they're being honest versus when they're telling us some fiction to keep us in line, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Art Bell's show. Mm-hmm. I listened to parts of it, but I didn't really, I wasn't really into it. I knew somebody that was, but I wasn't too far into it. But he had some weird people on. He did. But it was fun. It wasn't
always fun.
It was fun for some of it. I didn't say it was fun for all of it.
I listened here and there, but I got not super into the show, but I think when I listened to it the most was when I was living in Honolulu. Because it would come on, I think at 10 at night or maybe even a little bit earlier because of the time differences. Mm-hmm. So I would have time to check it out. And a lot of it is just weird conspiracy theories. I remember, I know that him and George Norrie were associated, which is why I'm putting them in the same camp.
And I never listened to George Norrie, and I know that they didn't get along all the time.
Yeah.
They didn't agree with each other all the time.
And I didn't listen every night, but I listened fairly regularly when I was living in Honolulu. Once I moved away, I stopped listening completely. So it wasn't like, oh, I love this radio show as much as the radio in Hawaii sucks. Right. And we've already been down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, but it really depends on what you're listening to, because some of the stuff was good for me.
For you.
I mean, for the like the music stuff that I was listening to.
When I would listen to it, it would be like the same 10 records over and over and over and over again. And you know how I feel about that. But anyways, I remember once I was listening to George Norrie, and he had on somebody who I believe said that we were about to run out of oil within the next 2 to 3 years. That was around 2005, maybe early 2006. And we still have oil.
Okay.
So, I mean,
that's odd.
I'm just using it as an example to where they have a lot of really weird conspiracy people on there. And if you don't know any better and you believe something like somebody saying we're about to run out of oil, then it might lead you down certain paths that aren't good for your sanity.
Right. And it's just like, I don't need to listen to something like that when I could do my own research and find out if we really are running out of oil or not. But some people, but then I think about the people that call in those shows, right? Some of them are funny to laugh at, but some of them I'm just like, do you actually, are you really that gullible? I don't know.
And a lot of it for real is older people who aren't as mentally stable as they used to be.
Right. I think the reason why, and I have listened to the fun parts of Art Bell that I kind of think, is that really true or is that not true?
Yeah.
About when there was a guy, I forgot where he lived. It might have been somewhere in Washington, who said that there's like this big hole in the middle of his yard, and people have put stuff down there, like TVs. People have put other things down there because it fit. And then, and the fun thing that really made me laugh was when he said that, when I die, I actually want to be buried down that hole, but he didn't even know where it went to.
And the sad thing was, what had basically happened is his ex-wife came over there one day and just spread her legs open.
Bubs!
Sorry, that was a dumb joke. What's that for?
You ruined my story.
Sorry, babes, I didn't know. I love you, babes.
You ruined my story.
How did I ruin it? I waited till the end.
No, you didn't, and I wasn't.
I thought you were done. I'm sorry. Sorry, babes.
Yeah, but I kind of laughed at that. I'm like, this is really funny.
Oh, thank you, babes. I'm glad I made you laugh.
Not you.
Oh, sorry.
And then I was. I think there was this other guy that would call in, and I think it was just like one of those, like, some shows they have like weird people call in and you don't know if they're really weird or real. I think his name was like J.C. Webster, and he's supposed to be like this like ardent Christian. I had to laugh at that because he's like the extreme of the extreme. And it was funny. And then I was looking on YouTube where there is this lady who called herself Edna P. Pringle. And he's like, yeah, I'm kind of hiding from, I think his name was J.C. Webster. It's this character that calls in. And he's like, yeah, and, the place where I am is blah, blah, blah. And then Art Bell's like, well, you basically gave the information as to where you're going to be. I think people are going to know where you are. And I honestly think that JC is going to know where you are too.
So this leads to an interesting question.
Yeah.
As we know, I am pro personal freedom.
Yeah.
And not in just like a rah American way, or not just in a lefty way. So you disagree on me with this, and so do most people, where I say most people are for the freedoms that they want, and that's what they fight for. But when it comes to other freedoms, they can look the other way. So we could take it from the perspective of people on the right are for gun rights, but they don't necessarily think that people should have the rights to psychedelics, because for the most part, that's not their thing. And we could look at somebody on the left who is for psychedelics, but is against gun rights. So it goes on both sides, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I consider myself to be pretty much an absolutist when it comes to freedom. I think we should have rights for everybody with very little limitations. Obviously, with children, you don't necessarily want them having access to guns or...
Well, you also don't want children to be have access to sexual predators either.
Right. Exactly.
So, I mean, there has to be limitations.
There has to be limitations, but they should be reasonable.
Right.
And so here's where we get to Art Bell.
Okay.
And we're using him as an example, but it could be fill in whatever name here. It could be Rachel Maddow, or it could be Bill O'Reilly, but we're using Art Bell today.
Art Bell, okay.
We're going to pick on him a little bit.
All right.
Because he had such a wonderful career.
Oh my goodness.
He's dead now.
He is dead.
Yes. You and I, hopefully, are intelligent enough to disseminate when something important is happening versus something that is a joke.
Exactly.
So the idea of the person in the hole, you see that as funny, and I didn't hear it, but it sounds like it could be, humorous.
It's funny. I don't know if it's real. It's just fun to listen to and laugh at.
Somebody else who's maybe not as mentally stable or raised in an environment to where they learn about this stuff could listen to it and take it as gospel truth.
Right.
Right. And what do we do about this? Because we have to be for free speech in this country. And I feel that anybody who tells you different isn't really telling the truth. And there should be limitations, but it should be reasonable. So, for example, I shouldn't be able to go and say to somebody, you need to kill somebody else. That's not free speech. That's hate speech.
And that's dangerous speech.
Right. Or go on in some program and say, hey, I want you guys to be violent against somebody and here's their home address.
Right, exactly.
So there's limitations, but it's within reason.
Limitations when it comes to privacy and all that.
Yeah, but how do we handle knowing that in a free society, which we need, there are some people who are going to listen to whether it's Art Bell, whether it's Bill O'Reilly, whether it's Rachel Maddow.
Yeah.
And they're going to listen to some insane statement and take it as gospel truth. And we can't censor performers or hosts
or commentators.
But we also need to do something about people who might fall into these traps.
Well, okay, my thing is that yes, all I can say is that if you think that, because I don't listen to Rachel Maddow. In fact, I think she's insane.
For real, I listened to her maybe twice about 10 years ago.
She has a lot of conspiracy theories.
I've heard her but I haven't heard it recently, and I wasn't a diehard listener. I just checked it out because I heard people were talking about it. And to me, it sounded like she was very establishment, boring.
Yeah, she's nuts. She really is. But all we can do is, I guess what I can say is that all we can do is kind of, try to point someone in the right direction, I guess.
Yeah.
Even if they're going to make their own choice, they say, well, maybe you should, and I say should, not like making them do it, but, maybe you could think about this and, listen to somebody that's more objective and will not give you some kind of script, whatever it is, and try to make you think the way that they do, and actually will give you facts. Versus, and we also have the right to not listen to people like Rachel Maddow
or Bill O'Reilly, who beat the drum of war. He did.
All right. You know what? I really don't want to go down these rants with you. Okay?
Well, we got to keep it real.
No.
Bill O'Reilly was it?
All right. We're not talking about Bill O'Reilly.
All right, go ahead.
But we like I said, we also have the right to not listen to people that we don't like.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that are not listening to people like Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski too. Yeah, I'm just naming them off.
Okay.
They host Morning Joe, which apparently, from what I understand, not a lot of people like listening to.
Because it's called Morning Ho?
You know, it's funny that you mention that because I heard of someone who called that show, who gave it that nickname.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't know if you know about the history of Joe Scarborough.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't like establishment people.
Well, I think you'd be interested to know, just for a fun fact, or maybe it isn't a fun fact. Joe Scarborough left his wife for Mika Brzezinski, so I guess you could call her a morning hoe.
I've heard clips of his show because Howard Stern will play them once in a while, or
it's insanity,
or occasionally TYT will criticize them and play clips of their show to do it. So I've seen clips of it, but it's nothing where I've gone out of my way to watch it.
I wouldn't watch it. I heard that their ratings are tanking anyway, and it's pretty bad from what I gather.
I don't know. I can't vouch for that. It wouldn't surprise me.
I've heard clips of their show, and it's enough to where it's like, okay, this is just sickening. I don't want to listen to that.
Okay.
But can we move on, please?
Well, it sounds to me like what you're saying is you fight fire with good information. So if somebody wants to have their mind corrupted by whatever it is, you try to present them with an alternative view of the world by giving them...
Exactly.
Maybe if they're watching too much Bill O'Reilly, you play them some clips from Secular Talk.
If I actually listen to Secular Talk.
Oh.
I'm talking about in general, Bub.
I know, but I'm giving you an example.
Something like that.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, you give them as much information and as many suggestions as you can, but at the end of the day, and I hate that phrase, people keep saying it a lot, but
at the end of the hour.
Whatever. At the end of the day. I'll just use at the end of the day because I can't think of any phrase.
I just gave you one.
I know. At the end of the hour. At the end of the month. Unfortunately, people will choose to listen to what they listen to, and it's up to them to figure out what is true and what isn't.
And I side with you, by the way.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's the opinion I have. The only thing is, it's so hard now to know the truth. So who even says that if you try to combat something, you're bringing the truth? So you might know that somebody is being fed lies by whatever media personality it is. Mm-hmm. But if you're being fed lies by somebody else, then all you're doing is spreading lies to counteract other lies.
Well, the way that I would, so you have to know what the difference is between fact and fiction, first of all, to know what the truth is. And if you're combating someone on certain issues, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, if it's gun rights or abortion or whatever, and all they can tell you is talking points, it kind of makes you wonder if they really are being fed the truth or not.
Oh.
Because if they can't have an intelligent conversation and all they can do is attack you, and repeat talking points, it's like, okay, and then I would question, well, have you done any research on this? Mm-hmm. Because I'm not gonna combat someone unless I actually have done my research and read articles or listened to clips or what have you, right? It wouldn't make any sense because I wouldn't know how to debate anybody.
Well, good.
And I have learned that in college, if you're gonna debate someone, you need to have sources. You need to talk about things pertaining to the subject. You can't just go and debate someone and say, well, it's bad. Well, why is it? Or why is it good? So, you combat people that way. Interesting,
babes.
Yes.
Well, I'm proud of you there, Jaylo.
Thank you.
Yes. But I'm also proud of the women who got $32 million out of Fox News because of Bill O'Reilly. So don't.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of money.
I honestly think, okay, this is just my opinion on Fox because I don't listen to them anymore.
Okay.
I honestly think that Fox has fired many people and they've used sexual harassment as an excuse. And I don't even know I don't even know the whole thing about Bill O'Reilly. And they've also fired Lou Dobbs. They've also fired Eric Bolling, and I honestly wonder if the reason why they're firing them is to make it and I'm talking about the younger people of the Murdoch family, because they've been firing people left and right, or people have been leaving. So I don't know the whole story, and I don't watch Fox News anymore.
All I know is that they've paid allegedly $32 million against women who have claimed sexual harassment against Bill O'Reilly. That's
against women?
Yeah. Oh no, 2 women. Sorry.
So they paid women off.
They paid women something like a few women like $32 million because of sexual harassment charges against Bill O'Reilly.
I don't know if those charges are even valid, to be honest. I question that just because they've fired so many people.
But you have to question why would they pay that much money to get rid of these allegations? Because that seems like a lot. Like, he must have been into some really freaky stuff.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
He doesn't seem like the kind of person that would, but I mean, I don't know. I've been fine. I know a little bit about the Murdoch family to know that these young Murdochs have been wanting to change the way that Fox News is going for a long time, and so they had to get rid of a bunch of people to promote their agenda.
They still have Sean Hannity, and
I really want him to leave, and I also want other people to leave.
I want him to leave too.
No, I want
this planet, boom.
Oh, Bubs.
And I mean that from natural causes. Hashtag open.
Bubs, come on.
What?
Stop it.
Sorry, Baze, I didn't know. All right, give me a kiss, and we'll dedicate it to your buddy Sean Hannity.
Oh, I don't even listen to him anymore. He's too whiny.
Oh, good.
I agree with him a lot of things, but he's way too whiny for me.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad.
And I disagree with him on the mask thing too.
What does he say about masks? He's pro mask.
Oh, yeah, he's pro suffocation, but that's my opinion.
Goodness. Well, he's part of the leftist agenda, then, babes.
No, Bubs.
A kiss in loving memory of what Sean Hannity used to be.
Oh,
back when he used to hate gay people and
Bubs.
No, I'm joking, babes. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
I should smack you with a pillow, Bubby.
Well, you get to practice forgiveness then.
Oh. Okay.
All right, I love you, babes. And we can move off of.
Thank you. We have a lot to talk about.
We do. Babes.
Yeah.
I teased something yesterday.
You did?
About me going down the rabbit hole with NFTs.
Oh yeah.
So,
and I think I don't understand it even today.
I don't either. This is going to be one of those things where I need to do a lot more research.
Excuse me.
That's okay. Excuse me. Clubhouse has a lot of NFT rooms, but I never go in them.
Like what?
What do you mean, like what?
No, I mean I never heard that they did. I didn't know that they did.
Oh God, it's like it's less of a thing now. But when I first went on there, it was like every other room was either NFTs or how to market your brand.
NFTs.
Yeah, and that turned me off to Clubhouse for a little while, to be honest, because it was like all the time, how to market your brand.
And then there's Bitcoin.
Use NFTs. That's part of the same thing, apparently. So
okay.
I need to do a lot more research, but I went down the YouTube rabbit hole, and they said, hey, listen to this podcast episode with Tim Ferriss talking to some people. I don't remember the names, but I listened to it.
Right.
And basically, NFTs could be a lot of stuff related to art. So if I let's say I do a painting, but in the virtual world.
Yeah.
I could then put it up for auction, and people have done this, and the painting will sell for millions of dollars.
That's so weird.
But it gets even weirder than that. Usually in the regular world, if somebody sells a painting, they only make commission off that first sale. And then the owner can do whatever they want with it.
Or like if I decided that I want to have a virtual flute studio, right?
Yeah. But so let me go back to the idea though. We're going to explain this a little bit more.
Yeah.
So let's say I sell a painting for $2 million that I make in the real world. Mm-hmm. Then 5 years later, the person who bought it auctions it off for $40 million. Mm-hmm. I don't get any of that $40 million. But let's say I do it in the virtual world. I sell my painting for $2 million. Well, I could have a contract saying that whenever it sells, I get 60% of the sale price. for any future sale. So if it sells again in 5 years for $40 million, I would get $24 million of that. And then if it sells again for $100 million, I would get $60 million on that sale. Or if any piece of my art is used in like a collage or anything, I get a piece of how much money the collage sells for. So it's a good way to keep making money consistently. And they were using some really interesting examples in the Tim Ferriss podcast. One of them that stuck out to me was you could write a line or page of a book and then say, I'm putting this out there. Whoever wants to expand on this, I'll let you do it, but I want a piece of any sales that happen. So like, let's say I write a couple chapters of a book and I say, I'm leaving it up to the community to finish this. And somebody like Stephen King takes over. The book sells and makes $100 million. I could have it in the contract. Well, since it's based off of my original art, I get 20% of that book. And if they make it into a film, I get 20% of the sales of the film rights. So there are different ways like that to make money. I still need to go into this world to really understand it, but apparently they're also selling properties in the virtual world. I think there's this game called like I forgot the name of it, but this area in virtual space where somebody sold a property like for several $1 million recently. It's super weird and interesting at the same time. What do you think, babes?
My mind is so jumbled. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand. So like, okay, so like if I decide that I want to have flute lessons or something.
Yeah.
And I build up clientele or whatever. You said that my lessons could be auctioned off?
Well, yes and no. The way I would do it, and this is based on limited knowledge of it, is record yourself doing a flute lesson. So not giving it to anybody, but just saying, hey, I'm Alana, these are the fundamentals, blah, blah, blah. Then you could sell the flute lessons to somebody who wants to learn the instrument. For like, you sell it for $100, and maybe you give them 5 lessons that you pre-recorded. If they say, well, Alana did a really good job teaching me the flute, I'm going to sell these lessons now for $2,000. You could get a piece of the $2,000 sale. And then let's say, for example, that because you're mindful of copyright laws, you do an original piece in the flute lesson. And then a hip hop artist samples that piece. You could be entitled to some of the money that they make.
Yeah.
Off that song.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a little bit complicated.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is complicated.
But that's the way it goes. Jaylo. How do you know I was going to say your last name?
You do it all the time.
Oh. Well, good.
That's how it is. Bye-bye.
Very good, Jaylo. Alana.
Yes.
I have a very serious question for you.
Uh-oh, what is it?
How do you feel about biscuits with the boss?
I think it's very strange. I'm actually curious about what English biscuits taste like.
I think they're like our version of cookies.
Yeah. I'm going to bring up Prince William and Kate for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
No, hold on. It has something to do with food, Bubs.
Go ahead.
I remember when they had their wedding and it was a big to-do. It was like in 2010. And I think I may have seen part of it. But anyway, they said that they had their cake was a chocolate biscuit cake. And I'm thinking, is that like biscuits like ours? But I guess it's a cake that had chocolate cookies in it. It sounded really good.
Nice.
A chocolate biscuit cake.
May I ask you a really dumb question about the royal family?
I don't know a lot about them much.
Okay, this might be easy.
I know a little bit about them, as much as I know, but I don't know much about them.
Am I the only American who doesn't care at all about the royal family?
I'm sure that there are some that don't. Some people care. Some people are more into that. I mean, it's fun to find out about them, but I'm not like so into them that I have to know everything.
Yeah, I just think that why are people into this family?
Because they're maybe it's because we don't have a king and queen here. And the thought of having a king and queen, well, I guess Queen Elizabeth doesn't have I'm sorry, there is no King of England right now. But I think it's William who is in line now, or Charles, one of the two.
Okay.
But because we don't have a king or queen here ruling, which is a good thing, I guess we're just fascinated how glamorous it sounds like to live in Buckingham Palace.
But the king in modern times isn't really the ruler of London. That's more of a parliament thing.
But if you're running a kingdom, if the king has a decree for something, it has to be, you can't, it's a different kind of society.
I don't think that they're the end-all be-all anymore. I think it's pretty much you have Parliament and the Prime Minister, and I don't know how their version of politics works, but the way I understand it is it's more of a title that's a symbolic thing than they actually have real power there. I could be wrong, but that's the way I gather from it. That's what I gather from it.
Yeah, I don't understand. But they, I don't know. I think people are just fascinated.
Well, what I find really fascinating is everybody now loves talking about white privilege and check your privilege, all that type of stuff. And half of these motherfuckers,
all right, be nice,
love watching stories about the royal family. And who has more white privilege than the royal family?
Yeah, I don't know. They are very privileged.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't think of themselves as privileged, but the same people that are screaming white privileged too are the most privileged out of all the people that they're talking about. It's
like, oh, white privilege. Oh, but I hope the queen is all right.
I will say, okay, I'm going to mention Kirsten Gillibrand only once. I'm glad that she dropped out of that she dropped out of the race when she did. But I remember hearing a story that she was lecturing white women as to how to be a white woman or something.
Okay.
And she was like talking this whole like white privilege thing, and she's more privileged than the women that she's talking about.
Well, is Kirsten Gillibrand black? I don't even know.
Kirsten Gillibrand is white.
Okay.
And she's a white woman who is trying to tell other white women how to be a proper white woman.
That's always interesting to me. Like when rich white people try to fight other rich white people about wokeness. And it happens a lot with
Actually, she wasn't talking to rich white people. I think she was talking to regular white women.
Yeah. I noticed that about rich white women. They like to lecture poor people about the poor people's privilege. But
they're treating them like peasants.
Yeah.
It's like I never liked that at all.
No, but my original point I am a lefty, in case you haven't figured it out, babes.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
And I do believe in white privilege, but I also believe that it's a little bit overblown and taken out of context a lot. But I find it interesting that so many people on the left are against white privilege and down talk it, unless it has to do with a rich white woman or the royal family.
I don't believe the left is against white privilege. I think they've been guilty. A lot of leftist women, especially, have been guilty of blaming other white people. I guess they would call it doing the white guilt thing.
Women, especially.
But then they also don't take into consideration that there are black women that seem to, like Kamala Harris, that are looking down at other people.
I hear what you're saying, but I would make the argument that Kamala Harris is an extreme example.
Well, that's the only one I can think of.
No, but you know what I mean? I mean, people always say, well, what about all these successful black people and all the privilege they have? And
I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about successful black people I'm talking about, people that have
gotten some breaks in life.
No. Okay. I'm not talking about that. You gotta listen to what I'm trying to say.
All right, go ahead. Say it then.
I'm talking about the black women and white women and it seems to be coming from women a lot.
Yeah.
And Asian women that are looking down at the poor peasants, whether or not they are rich women that are doing it, and they are thumbing their noses and looking down at the peasants that are not like them.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. And it isn't just Kamala Harris. It's any black, white, Asian, Hispanic woman who thinks that they are above.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yes.
What I thought you were trying to say is that white women are talking about white privilege, but they're not even looking, but they don't point out that there are successful black women like Kamala Harris. And what you're really trying to say is Kamala Harris is doing it too.
Yes, she is.
Because she's a broad, so she's looking down on people who
Yes, I'm talking about the people that are the elitists that are looking down at us as peasants.
Yeah, like Kamala Harris.
Exactly.
Who is a horrible human being.
I would concur. She is, she's not a good woman.
No.
At least she hasn't done anything good that I can think of. That doesn't mean that she can't be redeemed for it. I just think that right now she's not being, the woman that she should be.
Well, here's a question for you, babes.
Yeah.
Let's say that, Donald Trump runs for president again in 2024, which unfortunately looks like a real possibility.
Or even, anyway. Something could happen. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not. I know what you're thinking, but you
don't know what I'm thinking.
You think, well, even if maybe they overturn the election, well, he gets back in.
I personally think that something is going to happen even before 2024.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
A lot of people hold my opinion, Bubs.
Yeah, and they don't know anything about how.
And
stop. All right. So let's go with a more realistic scenario, shall we?
All right.
Okay, so Trump runs for president in 2024. He's at the Republican National Convention and he says, I have a surprise for you. You're going to freak out, guys, but hold. My running mate is going to be Kamala Harris. And then Kamala Harris comes out and she says...
That's an extreme example.
I give extreme examples, babes.
Yeah.
She says, well, a lot of you thought that I was a lefty who hated our country. And only the second part of that is true. But the first part of it, all I did was act like I was a Democrat so that I could help bring down their party. And now I'm happy to be running with Donald Trump for his vice president. How would you respond to that?
I wouldn't believe it for a minute.
Okay.
Because she talks out of both sides of her mouth.
That's right.
Or maybe it's both sides of her butt. I don't know. Whichever one.
Talking out of her ass like Ace Ventura.
Oh, I remember that scene. I heard that was pretty funny. You mean like this? She is... I mean, I wouldn't believe it for 1 minute. I think she would have... I think she would just say that just to get votes and not really...
But what if Trump endorsed it?
I don't believe he would.
Okay, but let's say...
I don't believe he would, but let's just go there.
But I remember on January 6th in the morning, you thought that Mike Pence was a good American.
Oh, Bubs. Okay, now you're bugging again.
But is that true?
No, you're we're not talking about him.
Oh, of course not.
Bubs.
Okay, so let me rephrase the question, babes. And then you're going to need a kiss. And then then we'll get to Ted Lasso. Okay. If, by some odd series of events, Trump runs for president in 2024 and his running mate is Kamala Harris, what do you do?
I would still vote for him, but I would not vote for her.
Well, you do realize, babe.
I don't understand. I would put someone else on the ballot for vice president.
You're not allowed to do that.
You're not?
No. You vote for the president and they choose who the vice president is.
That's insane, Bubs. I don't know. I don't think that would ever happen. Bubs, why do you always come up with these weird scenarios?
Because I'm a very bright man.
I kind of wonder if you're just doing that to make me cringe or something.
I'm a very bright, soon-to-be birthday boy. Give me a kiss. All right, now.
Oh my goodness.
Let's talk more about Ted Lasso. You have watched the first 2 episodes, and we're going to watch 2 more episodes after we do this.
All right.
And
after we have a snack.
Oh, first we're going to have a snack.
Okay.
What do you think so far?
I'm surprised that this is a family show, and I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
The only people that are even close to being Hallmark people is Ted Lasso, and I forgot what Coach Beard's first name was.
They only call him Coach Beard in the show.
All the people in England on this team are very combative. They cuss a lot. They're not very friendly all the time. I don't know. They're kind of weirdos.
Wow.
And Rebecca's kind of an evil person too.
You think Rebecca is evil?
Well, she has evil intentions. Right now, that's how I feel.
Okay.
I don't think there's any good in her. I think maybe she has, judging by what I've seen in the first 2 episodes, she only has Ted Lasso on her, as a coach for the team because she wants someone to ruin her husband, but she also wants to ruin him too. Mm-hmm. So I think right now, she's got some evil intentions.
What do you think of Higgins?
I don't know. Higgins is kind of interesting. I'm not sure what I think about him yet.
Oh.
So that's why I think that it isn't such a family show as you think it is.
I really do think that it's like a Hallmark type show.
No, it isn't.
But you also haven't seen every episode of it.
No, I haven't.
I think you're going to like it the more that we go along. Do you like Ted though so far?
I do. I think he's a little bit weird and quirky.
Yeah.
But I think it's in a good way.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he really does have his heart on his sleeve, and I also think his heart's in the right place. And I do think he genuinely has good intentions, but I don't think that Rebecca knows what to do with him. Biscuits and the boss.
Biscuits with the boss.
Biscuits with the boss. It's like, yeah, well, if I told you, I wouldn't be able to bring you biscuits in the morning.
Because Rebecca asked, where did you get the biscuits? She really likes the way that they taste. And she doesn't know yet that Ted makes the biscuits each night.
So how do we find this out?
Because it shows it at the end of the second episode, Ted pulling biscuits out of the oven and making the box that he puts it in.
How does he make the box?
Oh, I don't know. He wraps it in paper or something.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think, what a nice guy, and he doesn't even have to do it. And you kind of have to feel for this guy because he left Texas, right? Him and Coach Beard left Texas.
I don't think it was Texas. It was someplace else, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, or somewhere from the South.
I think it's the Midwest, actually, but either way.
He sounds like a Southern guy to me, but...
Oh, we'll keep going, babes.
You said he was from Texas.
I might have said that. I don't know if I saw the truth.
It sounded like he was from the South, Bubs.
Okay, we'll keep going, babes.
Anyway, and he left his wife and son, who it sounds like he genuinely misses and loves.
Yeah.
He doesn't like English tea. What about the other thing he doesn't like?
The sparkling water, I think.
Yeah, the carbonated water. Yeah, he doesn't really like that. He's not used to it. But it sounds like he likes the biscuits.
Yeah.
And he likes the sandwich that he was, feeding Keely with, because actually she was the one that wanted him to feed her.
Because she had the claw hands on during the photo shoot.
The claw hand?
She was taking a photo shoot and she chose to be a lion.
Oh, and she couldn't hold the thing. Mm-hmm. So it looked kind of suggestive in the
pictures that Rebecca had taken.
Right. And not taking into consideration that she couldn't grab the sandwich. Mm-hmm. And she was the one that was asking him for bites of a sandwich.
Yes.
And he was willing to share.
What do you think of Sam, the soccer player who had the birthday? Don't you think he's kind of like, not homespun, but he doesn't really swear a lot?
I don't know about him yet. Mm-hmm. I thought it was really funny though when he's like, I hope you don't mind, that I'm not really, I don't want to, I'm not really as patriotic as you are about your country. And he's like, imperialism.
Well, what had happened was, they decide to throw Sam a birthday party in the second episode, and Ted's son had sent him some toy soldiers to keep him safe.
Yeah.
So he gives one of them to Sam, and Sam's like, Coach, I hope you don't mind if I don't accept this. I don't have the same fondness for the American military. It's like imperialism. He's like, yes, imperialism. I thought that was
great. So far, I don't really like Jamie or Keely. I don't know what to think about either of them.
Okay.
I think Jamie is a spoiled brat and he wants to be the star. But I do think that Ted is trying to figure out what makes this guy tick?
Yes.
Because he's not thinking about the team. He's kind of thinking about himself and his girlfriend. And, he's a young guy that wants to have everything.
The character that I think I'm probably most like is Roy Kent.
Oh, really?
Yes. The football coach. I mean, the
football captain?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, you're going to have to keep on watching to see. But what do you think of Roy so far?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Ted is my favorite character, but I think if there's one that I'm most like, it's Roy. But I would like to be more like Ted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really think that he, maybe before Roy, before Ted came on the scene, maybe, what is it? AFC Richmond?
Yeah.
Maybe they weren't taken so seriously.
Yeah.
When Rupert,
owned the team.
And maybe, this gives Ted a chance to show them that they really are, there really can be something if they put their mind to their work.
I can't wait to show you the rest of the show in 2 episodes today. I think you're going to like it. And I think more of the characters are going to slowly start to grow on you.
Well,
Yes.
Because I don't know. I'm not liking Jamie or Keely at all.
Keep watching, babes. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're a little bit off-putting. But that's just my opinion. Do you appreciate my honest analysis? It's probably not something you want to hear, right?
Well, I expected that because we're only a couple episodes in. But you have to keep watching the show. And I think by the end of it, you'll see that this really is more of a family show. I don't think so. I think it's at least PG-13. See, in my mind, I see it as a G.
No, it's not a G.
Okay.
If you have so many F-bombs in one episode, that's pretty much an R or a PG-13.
I know how the rest of the world looks at it, but I don't look at cursing the same way as you do.
Yes, I know, because you're a heathen.
Oh my gosh.
You're a secular heathen, I get it.
I'm a healthful heathen. I'm a lovable heathen.
There's still hope for you yet, Bubs. You're still living.
It's all for you there, Jaylo.
Oh my goodness.
Babes.
Yes.
After Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
We made dinner.
It turned out pretty good, to tell you the truth.
Yes.
Okay. So, I gotta say this before we talk about dinner. I did not realize that I took out the wrong, bag and just to clarify, this bag actually felt like a bag of rice, and I knew that I had a bag of rice hidden in my drawer. And when you said that the rice looked yellow, I was like, oh, I wonder if I put lentils in it. And I was thinking about it.
I said it actually looked kind of reddish.
It kind of looked reddish yellow.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I put the red lentils in there because I was smelling something that didn't quite smell like rice.
Yes.
And I thought, you know what? The other day I made rice, but it tasted more like lentils.
Yes.
But it turned out good. And I said, okay, why don't we find out what this tastes like? And, I will, you can help with the chicken and the broccoli.
Yes.
So I put in the rice and what we thought was lentils. And, I washed the broccoli and got out the chicken, and you were cooking that while I was keeping an eye on the rice.
Turned out pretty good.
It was really good, actually.
Thank you, babes.
The chicken was amazing. It was, I loved when you had the soy sauce on the chicken and the broccoli.
Mm-hmm. I didn't overdo it.
No.
People either underdo it or overdo it.
No.
There's a thin line, but you can find it if you know what you're doing.
Oh, it was really good. It was moist all over.
Yeah.
It was nice and tender, not dry at all. Mm-hmm. It was really good, and the lentils and the rice tasted really good.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was delicious.
Oh, good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yes, well, we watched a couple of movies. We saw Dumb and Dumber
again
and Chocolate again.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to really go into an explanation about Dumb and Dumber unless you haven't seen it.
Yeah, what I will say about it is it's still funny, but I enjoyed it less as an adult.
Interesting, really.
It's just, and part of that is the fact that there have been sequels to this movie. That can take away from how much I enjoy a film if they're bad sequels.
Okay.
Also, I'm older, so I've had more life experience.
Yeah.
And I've watched more films.
I think it's still funny, though.
It's funny, but it's not as good as it was when I was younger. Parts of this movie definitely felt very low-budget 90s.
Well, wait a minute, though.
What's up?
You wouldn't say the same thing about... you wouldn't say that... Well, I guess that would kind of be like... what is that show I'm thinking about? The Naked Gun movies, like the first one and the second one.
Oh, to me, those are really legit.
They're hilarious.
Yes.
From beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really make you laugh from beginning to end.
I never thought that Dumb and Dumber was on the same level as the Naked Gun films.
I will agree with you. I think they're all three of them are funny, but I think the Naked Gun ones are a lot funnier.
Yeah, but for real, I did laugh last night, and it was cool to see it again.
Yeah, I thought Jim Carrey was funny in this one. I thought the incidences where they put money on these guys' tabs.
Yeah.
Had to pay for everything. Seabass.
We've both seen this movie before separately, but it was good to watch it with you. And this film was big because Jim Carrey was negotiating his contract for it when Ace Ventura came out. His agent, by the way, do you want to know something about his agent, or at least the one he had at the time?
What's that?
His agent's name was Jim Miller, who was the brother of Dennis Miller.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if if he's still his agent or not, but he was at the time. But his agent was asking New Line Cinema to pay Jim Carrey $1 million. And they were hesitating on it.
Why is that?
Because he wasn't a known star then. He had been on In Living Color.
It's so funny.
And he was in Earth Girls Are Easy and a couple of other movies, but he wasn't really super famous.
Did you watch that movie?
Oh yeah, I've seen him many. I knew somebody who was in Earth Girls Are Easy.
Oh, really?
That's a story for another time. And I knew one of the producers of that movie.
Was it a good movie?
If you're a kid, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay. But back to this movie. So, New Line doesn't want to pay him $1 million. And Jim Miller is standing firm. That's what he wants. That's what Jim Carrey needs to make that movie.
Right.
Ace Ventura comes out. Everybody thinks it's going to be a flop. So New Line is just like, we're going to wait until this film comes out, and then we're either going to replace him or lowball him. But it's a huge success. And so they come back like a couple weeks later, Jim Carrey and his representatives, and say, we want $7 million. And they gave it to him.
Because it was a success.
Because Ace Ventura made so much money.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And then Dumb and Dumber comes out and makes $118 million domestically.
Wow.
I believe.
Wow.
If memory serves correctly.
It's a very popular movie.
Yes. It was good. It's not my favorite film, and I did like it less seeing it as an adult, but it's still good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I may have seen parts of The Mask.
You haven't seen The Entire Mask.
I don't remember if I did or not.
I really enjoyed The Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can find it this evening.
That might be a possibility there.
I don't remember. Stop it.
What did I do?
I
touched your butt.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get you back for it too.
Oh, that's okay, babes.
Yes.
So what were you about to say though? Ooh, kind of like that there.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
All right, now moving on. What were you about to say, babes?
Yeah, I think I don't remember if I saw all of it. I think I saw part of it. But I heard it was a fun movie.
I saw it when it came out. I really enjoyed it.
Eventually, I do want to watch a movie called Mask with Cher because people have been telling me about it and I've never seen it. And I know you said that there are parts of it that were kind of like a little too much.
Well, overall, I really enjoyed the movie. The one thing that takes me out of it is that the son who has trouble with social things because he's weird looking finally gets a girlfriend, and wouldn't you know it, she happens to be blind. That's the one thing where it's like, come on, guys. Be a little bit more creative. But it was a good movie. I liked it.
Know.
Yes.
Well, maybe she didn't care what he looked like.
No, but come on. You're going to give the guy who's weird looking a girlfriend and she has to be blind. Come on.
I don't know, because they don't have movies like that where, you know, because usually it's like the sighted person gets, well, I don't know.
No, but they're making the blind girl date him because he's ugly.
I don't know if that's really where they were going for, but...
Okay. I'm telling you my view on it, babes. But I saw that movie back in the 90s in school.
Really quickly about people that were weird. Did we ever talk about the movie Powder? Oh, yeah, we did.
I don't know if we talked about it here or privately, but we've definitely had discussions about it because of the pedophile symbolism in the movie.
Yeah, I did not like that movie. I saw it once.
Supposedly, there's a lot of dog whistles in it if you're into pedophilia. And the director of the movie had I believe, if I'm remembering the story right, had already gone to jail for statutory rape.
Wow.
And been released before he made the movie.
Before he made the movie?
Yes.
Well, okay.
That's what I heard. I wasn't there, but that's, if I'm remembering the story correctly, that's what happened.
Yeah, I only saw it once and I never wanted to watch it again.
Yeah.
I thought it was, I didn't like it.
But if you're a pedo, check it out.
I didn't even notice any of those things.
Yeah, so I heard Barry Crimmins, who was a comedian back in the day, he broke it down. But he wasn't doing it as far as like he's on stage doing a set. He was talking to Joe Rogan about pedophilia because he was a victim of it.
Oh.
And I wish I remember everything that he said, but he made some really good points about it that I never looked into, just outside of the fact that the director had some issues. So it's like, at one point, Jeff Goldblum is touched by this kid, and then the next day he comes in and says, I just had the best sex of my life last night. And the implication is because the kid touched him. And there's other stuff too.
And he was touched by the kid in Powder.
Yes. Okay. The bald kid. And I could be remembering that wrong because I heard this years ago, and there's other things too. But if you're a pedophile, watch this movie and, you can thank us later or don't.
Well, there's another movie that I will not
watch. Thank
Alana
later.
What?
No, go ahead.
There was another movie that I have not watched, but I heard it's pretty disturbing. It's called Happiness.
I've heard about that movie.
And I think there was one part of the movie where there was this guy that was a child sex predator.
Okay.
I think the premise was that these people were doing some outrageous things to be happy, and it's stuff that people in normal society would not do. But I don't have any plans to watch it because I heard it's disturbing.
Nice.
It's not nice.
And we should say, for the record, that I am against I'm against pedophilia.
Yeah, but
Are you?
I am against pedophilia, bub.
Okay, good.
That's why I was talking against Happiness.
It took you a few seconds.
No. I was trying to get my words together. But
nice.
No. I do not want to watch the movie Happiness.
Nice.
And I do not want to watch the movie Powder again.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. You probably have it memorized by now. I'm joking.
No, I don't. I only saw it once.
Okay, good. I only saw it once too, and it was because it was a school field trip.
No, did you guys talk about it?
No, we didn't discuss it. And we didn't know back then and in fairness, I don't think our teachers knew that there was all this symbolism in the movie.
One of the scenes that I thought was really disturbing was when these guys beat Powder up and I think they strip him of his clothes.
To be real, I barely remember the movie. I just remember bits and pieces from it, so.
And then when he was born, because, from what I understand, the reason why they called him Powder is because he was so white.
Yeah, he was like an albino, I think.
He was an albino, and then the father looks at him and he's like, "That's not my son."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh boy, okay."
Well, good.
And at the end, he disappears.
Nice. Well, I'm happy for him there, Jaylo.
Yeah, but I don't want to see that movie again.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, babes, tell me about Chocolat.
Chocolat. Chocolat was a movie that I've been wanting to see for a long time. Not just because I love chocolate, but I heard that Chocolat was a movie that Johnny Depp was in, and it had I heard it was really good.
I saw it when it came out. I remembered liking it, but I may or may not have been smoking something. Before seeing
you may or may not have, which probably means that you were.
Oh. Maybe, or maybe not.
But I'm going to give like a quick premise because there's a lot of things that happen in it.
Tell it to me quickly. I'll give you 10 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
No, go ahead.
So basically it's about a woman named Vienne and her daughter Anouk, and they move into this French village. They rent what do you call it? A patisserie, and they make it into a chocolate shop called the chocolate tree. And we don't know what she's up to, but I think and it's a weird time that she does this because the French village is going through the season of Lent. Mm-hmm. Because it's mostly a very, very Catholic village, and they go through 40 days and 40 nights of Lent. Until Easter Sunday. And you would think, well, why would anybody want to go to a chocolaterie when they're trying to kick other habits? Oh. You know? So we don't know what she's up to, but a lot of people think she's up to no good. And people go to her shop. And what is that spinny thing that she spins?
It's just like a wheel, and she says, "Tell me what you see." Based on that, she gives them recommendations for chocolate.
Yeah, and she says, I know exactly what you want. And it's a big hit. People are going there, and there's some characters like Josephine, who has a husband that is a complete drunk and is very abusive to her and her daughter. Because
he keeps talking about white privilege.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Bubs.
Right.
We weren't talking about that.
That was a callback. Keep going, Vic.
I thought it was French privilege. Okay. Anyway, there's a little boy named Luke who lives with his mother. We assume that he is in a single parent home, and his mom does not want him to see his grandma because she believes that his grandma is not a good influence because she is overindulgent in a lot of things, but she wants him to live and not to be so restrictive. So it's like
the grandmother wants him to be less restrictive.
But there's a lot of things that are happening in the extreme. So that's a quick premise that I have.
Yeah,
and she pretty much shakes up the village.
There's also a count who is against this chocolate shop and tries to bring it down until the end. He eventually comes around, but it takes some doing.
And the count has a wife that has not been seen, and it's implied that she's either dead or she's disappeared.
She dumped his ass.
I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe, or she might have died.
No, she dumped him.
Really?
Yes. That's the sense that I got. And Johnny Depp is a pirate, but this is before Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, way before.
No, this is like 2 years before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I watched one of those movies and it was fun, but I never really got into it.
I know I've told you this, but I don't think I said it here. I'm not really a big fan of kids movies. So when I heard Disney Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm like, no, whatever, bro. And then in early 2018, this is maybe like 2 or 3 weeks before you and I met.
Uh-huh.
Like we hadn't met, but it was super close.
Yeah.
A friend of mine said, "Hey, Rick, I know you don't typically like these type of movies, but Pirates of the Caribbean is really good. And the Portland Symphony is going to be doing the soundtrack live."
And I was so jealous after I found out that you went to it because I love symphony concerts.
So my friend gives me a free ticket and tries to set me up on a date with somebody.
Who actually knew.
Yeah, and I didn't know this woman, and we didn't really connect that well. Yeah. And I didn't know that I was being set up until afterwards either. Until we're riding on the car home, and he's like, "Hey, so what did you think of so-and-so?" And he's like, "I think you could get sex from her really easily."
Okay.
And I tried to explain to him that, in that case, I'll keep her number, but, let's hope I don't meet any Filipinos within the next couple
of years. Oh, my goodness.
I'm having fun. But the long and short of it is, I didn't see the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie until 2018. But I got to see the symphony do the soundtrack live, which was super cool.
So cool. I was jealous.
Yeah. Yeah. Like when I go and I'm talking to my friend in the lobby before the movie, he's like, Rick, I'm jealous of you that you get to see this movie for the first time in this situation. Mm-hmm. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
I'm surprised that I didn't even know about this.
Yeah. Because
I would have loved to have gone.
And Lana knows his friend pretty well, too.
Yeah, I mean, that is something, that's like my thing. I would love to have gone to a concert like that. And who knows, we would have met each other in the lobby.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe you might have sat down next to me and then, eventually made your way to my lap and...
Oh, jeez. But I would have also still... that may not have happened... That wouldn't have happened, actually, because I was not available at the time.
Yeah. So. But, people cheat, and I might have saved you some money on soda.
But I've never done that.
Okay, good. I might have also saved you money because you wouldn't have had to get a soda.
Oh, my goodness.
I would have given you something else to drink there.
Ah! Well, if we would have met and I wasn't available, Bubs, come on. All right.
I'm just saying
If we would have met and I wasn't available, I would have said something to the effect of, why don't we check back in another month? Because I'm not available.
Yeah,
and
that's a way to tell, by the way, that your relationship is going good when you tell the guy, check in with me if a month.
No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have said anything. I would have been completely honest and said, not right now, no.
Yes.
But I would have been nice about it.
Oh, good.
But I'm glad we met the way we did, and that's history there.
And I'm glad that I saved you the trouble of seeing Pirates of the Caribbean with the live orchestra. Well, actually, you just said no.
Well, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous that I didn't even know about it until you told me after the fact.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Nobody told me about that.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Well, they told me about it, but I left it.
Were there other people there from...
The community?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Did you know any of them? Besides your...
Well, yeah, a few, but not really that well.
Did that happen in the evening?
Oh, yeah. It was on a Saturday night. I remember because I had gone to an event before then with some people that I know, and I barely made it to the movie in time.
Oh, really? Where'd you go?
Well, I don't want to say, but I was at the, I guess I can say the location. I was at the, oh God, what's the name of that place where we used to do events at? It was at Tabor Space.
Oh, Tabor Space.
It was at Tabor Space, and the movie showing, I think, was at the Arlene Schnitzer.
Oh, wow.
So I had to rush across town.
Okay.
And I saw my friend in the lobby, and it turned out that the movie they were going to have to start it late. Oh. So I thought I was going to miss the start of it, but I didn't.
What time did it start?
I don't remember that.
Wow.
But it was good.
That's right. You could have saved me some money on soda.
That's right. Giving you my special drink there, Joe.
Oh, no. I meant actually buying a soda and sharing it or something.
I mean, relationship, but you can buy me snacks.
No, Bob. No, that's okay.
That's my impression of you, and I love you.
What? I would never say that. Bubs.
I love you, babes.
Does not make fun of Jaylo Day.
Okay, I didn't say it was. Now, Jaylo.
Yeah.
Let's get back to chocolate. You derail us a little bit. Actually, first let's have a kiss here.
No.
Yeah.
Jaylo. Oh.
But back to chocolate.
Okay.
What does this film teach us about oppression?
It's like I've said earlier, it is, that you see two sides of the extreme. You see the very restrictive side, where people are, they're expected to be almost perfect.
Yeah.
And we can't be almost perfect because we're human. It's just not possible. We are going to slip and fall and get up again. Slip and fall and get up again. And then you see the other extreme where people are overindulgent. And that's not good either. Too much alcohol, too much chocolate, whatever it is. Not good. And there has to be a balance between the two. There are things that could hurt you more than others. But there has to be a proper balance between the two.
What can we learn from the Count about life?
What do you mean? There's a lot of things you could learn. What do you mean?
I'm basically thinking of the idea of when this movie starts off, he's trying to hide a big part of who he is.
Yeah.
Like that his wife left him. But
yeah.
Also that he has a thing for chocolate, which comes out near the end of the movie.
Yes. And also, too, that, didn't he, was he the one with the dog?
No, that was another old guy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He now, the chocolate thing, it's like he's hiding it from himself, too. So he learns to accept himself, and that's when he can accept the lady who runs the chocolate shop.
I thought it was the priest that was into the chocolate, or was it the Count?
The Count at the end of the movie is into the chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I thought what was really interesting too was, so Josephine's husband was extremely abusive. Mm-hmm. The Count wanted to work with him. Was it the Count?
Yes.
The Count wanted to work with him to show him that there's a better way and that he could still save his marriage. He was trying to get him closer to God. And you see him try to do that, but Josephine refuses because she knows what kind of a man he is. He's not going to change. And the Count basically led this man down a wrong path because he's trying to prove something. Mm. And then the Count says, something needs to be done about this lady in the chocolate shop. And that, the Surge interpreted that as, I have to destroy something. Mm-hmm. I have to actually destroy the shop, therefore putting people at risk. And then the Count starts to realize his mistake once he realizes what the man had done. Yeah. Yes. I personally wonder if the Count's heart was in the right place and maybe he was trying to help the guy realize that he made some mistakes. Mm. But that's my question. I don't know if that's a possibility. Like maybe he wanted the guy's marriage to be saved because the Count couldn't save his own marriage. Right. Mm-hmm. But the way that the guy interpreted it, because the guy was very corrupt, is that I will do anything and everything, including kill people to save it. I don't know if I'd use the term corrupt. Maybe not corrupt, but he was very troubled, I should say. Not corrupt, but troubled. He was drinking a lot. He was very abusive. His wife and daughter were estranged from him. But the Count realized, this isn't good. No. You tried to kill people and now you have blood on your hands. Yes. And he told him to get out. Yes. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about this movie? I kind of thought that the young priest gave a sort of I don't know what kind of sermon I would call it. At the end of the movie? Yeah. I thought that was a cool sermon. Well, you would think it was a cool sermon, but I didn't think it was so cool. I think he missed the entire point of Easter, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. What did he say in the movie? He said something about be cool to each other and... No, he said something like, am I going to talk about the sovereignty of God? No, not really. No, I don't want to. I forgot what he said, but it sounded like he only wanted to focus on the humanity of Jesus and not the other stuff pertaining to Easter. And I thought he was missing the entire point. Oh, the point is he's not human even though he was, okay? Ah! Bubs. I love you, babes. Come on. Oh, so I've had a question for you since last week. What's that? Now, you say the Catholics worship the Virgin Mary. Yes, they do. And the Virgin Mary, I don't know if I even believe in that term, but we'll go with it for now. Okay. Now I understand what you're saying that she's like God kind of sucks, but people pray to Mary.
And I remember asking you last week, well, couldn't Mary, I mean, if she gave birth to Jesus, couldn't she at least ask him for a favor every once in a while? And the response I got from you was basically saying, no, she can't do that.
No.
Oh.
No. And what was, yeah, I
so why, no, but we didn't say here. And why can't she, okay. Go
I'm going to explain it. Number one, what the Catholics try to do, and I don't want to I don't want to go down a why I don't agree with Catholicism rabbit hole.
No.
But what I will say this is what Catholics have tried to do was they've tried to exalt Mary more than she should be exalted. And the problem with that is that they try to keep her a virgin forever, for one thing, but she did have children with her husband Joseph. And which proves that she was just as human as everybody else. She was just used, and I don't know why, but she was just used as a vessel to carry Jesus and deliver him, and deliver him. But after that, she had more children.
Yeah, and I don't believe in any of that stuff. I don't believe in the virgin birth, but people do. And my question was, well, if we go down that road and we assume this stuff is true, then why can't somebody ask Mary? If somebody asks Mary for a favor, how come she can't just run it up the last
because it says in the scripture that there's only one mediator between God and man, the man Christ Jesus. So if that's what it says, then it couldn't have been Mary.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
But it doesn't work that way. That's the thing.
Okay.
It doesn't work that way because Mary is a human just like everybody else. And the saints in the Bible were humans.
Do you think then, babes, that there's a chance that Mary is in hell right now?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
I don't believe that.
Oh. Will you be upset if she is?
I don't think she is.
Oh. Well, good. Well, I'm glad you made it in, babes.
I don't know if you understood my answer, but that's as best I can explain it.
I kind of got it, but I'm also thinking, like, if you're friends with Mary, then maybe she could put in a good word.
But it doesn't work that way.
Okay. It
just doesn't work that way. Okay. It's not mentioned. It doesn't work that way.
Well, good.
Yeah.
So if you're a Catholic, bad news, you need to stop worshiping Mary. But good news, you can watch the movie Powder, because we know there's a lot of pedophile Catholics out there. Bad news, stop worshiping Mary. Good news is we got a film that we think you're going to dig.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, babes, is there anything else you want to talk about? You want to be with the boy team mall?
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
I don't know.
I say we stop this. We make out for a little while. We have some candy, and then we watch a couple more episodes of Ted Lasso.
Or nappy.
Yeah. Oh.
I was trying to sleep, but I didn't sleep until, I don't know. Like, I'm talking about this morning.
Yeah, I heard you coughing.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this?
Mm-hmm.
We stop this, make out, take a small nap, and then we eat some chocolate and watch some Ted Lasso.
Okay.
All right. Oh, let me see. Can I see if we're compatible? If we can kiss.
Bubs.
What?
You kissed me twice this episode.
Kiss me again.
Okay.
All right. Oh, before I stop this, would you like a Christmas spanking?
No.
Okay, it was just a question. All right.
Bubs, you were ornery this morning.
No, I'm good boy.
Yes, you are.
I'm never not good boy.
You on we.
Okay. Well, all right. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.